What's up? I'm HUGZ. That's Sam. Welcome to HUGZ and Sam. Today we're jumping into 7 Deadly Sins, episode 16. Last we left off.
My chair.
We had the Unholy Night. Essentially, it was just this crazy, like, chimera-looking thing. I guess it's one of the first, if not the first, experimentations with the demon blood using the Holy Night. But it looked like he had the 4 street sharks, like, jutted out of his body.
Yeah.
And it was the companion of Gother, who we thought originally was Gother, in the armor. We saw how that incident went down. How he ended up in the armor, how Gother found him. It was like a really sad story. But the most sad part of the story, as we come to find out, it was Gila's dad. And in the end, she ends up blowing up, not the head of her dad, but like essentially part of, you know, the thing that was him.
Yeah.
But that whole situation was crazy. Knowing what we knew about Gother reading to the night, and also Gila talking about, while reading that same story, talking about how her father had like abandoned his post and was kind of like had a bad name now because of it.
Yeah.
And realistically, that never happened. He just was suckered into or forced into whatever this ring of demon blood Holy Nights is.
Yeah.
So it was really sad to see that, and the fact that she doesn't know, she doesn't have closure, or at least we don't know that she knows.
Yeah.
She may know, as far as we know.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Because she's in it with all these people.
Yeah.
But I would assume that'd be something they would hide from her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like they would hide it.
She's not
feel like she
callous
knows.
enough to know and be okay with that.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead, jump into it, see what's going down. Meliodas also has the sword now. An emotional moment with Elizabeth and all that. And learning more about previous Liz.
Yes.
So that's another big thing coming into this, is he's got that sword now and he's willing to fight.
Yeah.
Are you willing to fight? I'm fighting for that like. Click that like button.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, a lot of these anime reactions have been getting blocked, so make sure to go down to the description for a reaction link, or you can watch a full version over on Patreon. Holy crap. Now, a lot of these people, like, I have this King of Camelot vibe from them, or like the Knights of Camelot vibe, but they're not like all necessarily named after them. But we did have a Merlin, and now we have Arthur. So is Merlin going to be with Arthur, with King Arthur? I'm curious. Because when I think King Arthur, I think Merlin. Also, why did Merlin attack Meliodas?
Are these like references to like things that I don't know?
Do you not know, like, the Knights of the Round Table? Do you not know King Arthur?
I mean, I've heard of King Arthur, but I don't know anything about.
Okay, well, anyway,
I've
they're
heard
related.
those names.
They're related.
I don't know anything about it.
The show Merlin on BBC was pretty good too. I've seen a good amount of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing. If you don't know anything about it, it might be a good show for Sam to do reactions to.
I was a very sheltered child. I don't really know.
I thought your grandfather loved the Holy Grail, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Did you never watch it with him? Because that's King. It's a parody, but it's King Arthur and all the knights and everything.
He did. Like, he watched it. We've watched it together, but I don't remember all that.
Yeah, it's parody of like the Knights of the Round Table. But anyway, I'm into that whole idea, like that whole vibe. I like I haven't read all the stories, but it's like Lancelot and Guinevere
I've heard
and all that.
name.
And I think Arthur became king because he drew the sword from the stone. Like, that was...
I've heard of that.
Whatever.
Maybe
like I said, I don't know
pieces.
all of the lore. I don't know all of the mythology. I know some of the stories. But I like the idea. There was also a cartoon. I talked about it, I think, in the very beginning of the show. There was like an old Knights of the Round Table cartoon, which I actually used to watch, and I thought it was cool. And each one of them had like different abilities, and they had cool armor and stuff. But anyway, so I'm wondering if there's going to be more relation to that, or if it's just, you know, Arthur and Merlin, I would think would be connected. Just because they brought up Merlin here as being the one who screwed over Meliodas, the Borson. Being the one that screwed over Meliodas. And then all of a sudden, Arthur shows up. And then right after we had kind of been told that information, we get someone with a related name shows up. And they said 2 figures of immense power at the South Gate. Which would make me think Arthur, the king, obviously going to be very powerful, and then possibly Merlin.
Yes,
That's my thought. My very first idea when they said that was like, oh shit, has Gila gone like Super Saiyan?
That was my first. I thought that too. But then I also thought maybe it was the demons because that they put that something
portal
from Elizabeth into it, and they were.
I'm wondering if the earring is going to be that fragment.
But why would it be?
Because it was something that was like specifically focused on, and it's like a focal point of the whole show for her.
Yeah.
Like something that's always right there.
But why would it have anything to do with the sword? You know. Like the circle with like the key.
Oh, to like protect it. Just like hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like the hilt of his sword was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Why make it a hilt of a sword? You know what I mean? Like, just the way to hide all these fragments is to make them into other things so you don't know what it is. You know, and to separate them.
And also how they said that she was around when they were, like, she was a little girl whenever they were, like, around her and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that's probably what it is. But damn, they just snapped her up. Like, it was super easy for them to grab her.
And Meliodas was like friggin' losing it. Mm-hmm. He was like, no!
Also, the person that took Elizabeth, was a mage, which Merlin is a wizard. Like, same idea. So that's why I was thinking it was Merlin that actually stole Elizabeth away. But if they're going to be against Hendrix, I don't know. I'm not... The whole capture scenario there I thought was going to go a different way, or it may be Merlin and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure exactly how that worked out, but that was my immediate thought. And then what else is going on here? Who was Dreyfus's son? I don't remember his son dying.
I don't remember that either.
I don't know why. Was that something we saw, or was it something that was talked about? I don't remember. I at least don't remember him being like a big character. Who was Guilt Thunder's dad? It was the original Grandmaster, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Guilt Thunder's dad, I think, was the Grandmaster that was under Elizabeth's father as the king. He's the one whose dad got killed. So that means it was... And who did they say that was in relation to Hendrix? Or to Dreyfus? They said it was his brother? I don't know what he just said. He just said something like to kill him, to kill that dude to become Grandmaster. But anyway, I don't know who the son is. I feel like you feel more lost than I do.
I absolutely am way more lost. Especially just saying all these names and trying to like put together like a tree in my head.
You remember who Guilt Thunder is,
It's making
right?
me more confused.
You remember Guilt Thunder though, right? Mm-hmm. And he hung around Elizabeth when he was a kid because his dad was the Grandmaster to the king. Yeah. That's why they knew each other. Mm-hmm. And it was his dad that died. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
And he like found his dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they just said what Dreyfus's relationship, Purple Eyes, Badass Knight.
Nice beard.
Yeah, what his relationship was to Guilt Thunder's dad. And I want to say he said it was his brother. I'm going to have to go back and watch this. A lot of times we had to go back and get clarification. Yeah, he said it was his brother. Yeah, so then that would mean that's Guilt Thunder's own uncle is the one that killed his dad, and he blames the 7 deadly sins instead of the person who actually did it. There's just a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff up in the air. Elizabeth is taken in that. Seeing Meliodas kick into like Omega badass mode of like just freaking go for the kill, like take him out. He's going for her no matter what. But they also kept it a little lighthearted. Like they were joking in the air, like, what'd you say? You're gonna have to speak up. Like, it was still like a little lighthearted.
Gothar's like so like proper. I love that.
Gothar's unique.
Yeah.
Gother enhances the show in a way that I did not expect. Yeah. He's very odd. And I like it. Yeah, I was going to say, and I love it. All right, but let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Like it if you did. Sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means. It means the world. We'll be back with more videos soon. We love you guys. Bye.